My name's Julianne Richards and I'm the International Policy Coordinator for Climate Action Network International, which is a global network of over 600 NGOs in more than 90 countries around the world. We're looking forward to the Durban Conference of the Parties for the international negotiations on climate change. What we're looking for out of Durban, which is a very important meeting, is to establish a basis for us to move forward, or for the international community to move forward and agree a fair, ambitious and binding deal on climate change. So the crucial elements that we need to get agreed at Durban are firstly to ensure that we operationalise, put in place all of the elements that were agreed in the Cancun agreements. So important elements on finance, important elements on technology, important elements on capacity building. As well as making real the things that we agreed at Cancun, we need to ensure that we firstly address the ambition gap. So there's a huge gap between the ambition of keeping temperature rise below 2 degrees or below 1.5 degrees and what countries have currently put on the table. So we need to create ways to move forward to close that ambition gap. Secondly, we need to ensure that we don't have a gap in legally binding commitments. We need to make sure that the Kyoto Protocol continues with a second commitment period so that developed countries keep their legally binding commitments under the Kyoto Protocol going forward. And we need a second and complementary legally binding agreement that we want to see foreshadowed at Durban. And thirdly and finally, we need to make sure that we deliver the finance. So we want to put in place a good finance instrument at Durban, but we want to make sure it's not empty. So we need developed countries to identify sources of finance, ways that they're going to come up with the $100 billion that was agreed at Cancun. So they're the key elements that we're looking for out of Durban to ensure that we move forward towards a fair, ambitious and binding global deal on climate change.